Hey, nerds! Oh boy, it's been a night, hasn't it? So tonight I'm gonna have two videos. Mostly, we're gonna be taking a look at Arvis in two forms. I'm gonna show you how to get him, kind of, not the best ways. Hopefully you guys can take down, normal versions of him, not just, Infernal. But also, I'm going to show you how to build him, or at least how I'm going to be building him, and why you might want to build him that way. Just as a general idea, in case you decide to do that. But when it comes to this battle, the only thing I can really say here is that repositionals and strong characters are really what matter here. Definitely repositionals, though. They are the real big key when it comes to doing certain things. And if you happen to have, like Green Azura, probably, it would also do fairly well. So, it's really up to you at this point. But, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to try and kill these armored units as quickly as possible. Hopefully, as quickly as possible. If I recall correctly. Actually, now that I think about it. What next? There we go. Watch this. And then we can just move on up. Everything's okay. Everything's copacetic, right? And now we're gonna have all of this fun coming in. I hate this part. I hate this part so much, but if you have a good archer, of course, like Bride Cordelia, I know some people might be saying, you use her too much, but I can't help myself. I do want to bait this blue tome unit into at least attacking Sonya. That way he will die. Because that is what matters in this. There's going to be a lot of units spawning, so you are going to want to be ready when they do come. And there will be a lot of them. But if you happen to have a strong blue tome unit, definitely a good idea to bring her along. Him or her, I guess. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. And you know what? This should be good to get her out of range. As I said, repositionals are really the biggest key here. They are the big thing that are going to keep you going. Otherwise, you're going to have massive, massive problems that I can't overstate enough that it is very, very important you bring along repositionals. That's just a common thing you need to know in this game, right? I mean, I thought it was just obvious. But Olivia should be able to tank this green horse unit reliably well. She does have a ruby sword, and she does have the speed to do all of that just fine. So as long as you're okay with that, you should be okay. Honestly, as a unit, though, he is a... you do want to be careful around Arvis, at least, but you do need to be careful of these other tome units that are coming in to try and kill you. I'm sure if you blitzkrieg enough, you might actually be able to kill Arvis and most of his minions before any of the actual minions spawn. Let's see. Also does help to have Hones. Hones really help. Of course, Lind can kill him. Cordelia can kill him, but let's go with Lind because I feel it's just a better feeling to it. And there you go. That's how I did Infernal. As you can see, it's a lot to take in. Reinforcements are always such a fun and interesting. Really, I haven't. God, that just tells you how much I haven't leveled up Danger. Oh God. But all in all, as a unit, as that is, it's really not that difficult. I highly suggest a dancer that has a hone. If you happen to have green Azura, dancers really do help here just because it helps eliminating things, and of course, all that fun stuff. Defense ploy, I don't think I have to tell you this, okay, real quick. I mean, thankfully, most of the units that spawn outside of that are not really that technically difficult. Just be aware that standing in this area, of course, gets you hit by Volflame, which is a terrifying ability because, of course, attack and res -4 can be the difference between actually getting, a really heavy-duty attack on a unit or not, because remember, in Infernal, a lot of these characters have some pretty hefty stats, especially the, mages with 52 health between them. Also, just be aware that they both have life and death, meaning that well, at least I think they both have life and death 3. And they all have things like Seal Attack and Attack Smoke, meaning that if they attack, And they will, you know, do quite a bit of things. But this one also has seal speed and attack smoke as well. So they're all about debuffing your characters as quickly and as, you know, fast as possible. Quickly and as fast and as efficient as possible is what I was trying to say. Actually, this is not the proper... I want that. Thank you. Anyways, we'll take a look at the next, you know, units that spawn just to give you an idea of what's going on. Again, my team setup is, you know, of course going to be different. But again, repositionals, and thank you, Kish, for contacting me on, she's in Japan, folks. I can't, you know, that's just how it goes. But, this is why I think mages are probably the most viable here when it comes to units, because, again, these all have steady stance, I believe? Yes, so they are going to have a massive amount of defense if you, use them like that. So, yeah, you're gonna want to maybe make sure, like, you have a blue tome unit to get rid of them, or a green tome unit if you can, because obviously this is going to be a massive, massive problem for some of them, but as you can see here, when you have a tome unit, you should be fine. At least you should be. That's not exactly the same setup I had here, but you get the basic idea. Let's just take a look at... I mean, these are essentially the same mages that were here before. Kish, please stop sending me messages. I can't believe that's a thing. Anyways, so yes, you're going to want to be ready for all of that. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself in some weird positions that aren't so much fun. I wonder if I can actually take out this. Yes, okay, so that should be okay. We should be alright, hopefully. If need be, I can move Olivia out. We should be able to bait this blue unit. Might get hit by the red, unfortunately, but, you know, that's just... That tells you how key positioning is in this game. It's just... It's crazy. And, of course, now we have these units again, and... They're basically the same carbon copies before. They do have things like obstruct, because I guess someone finds that funny in some world. Somewhere over the rainbow, but again, mages are really key for taking care of those problem units over there. Because otherwise, well, you're gonna be swarmed. You really need mages. You really, 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 really need mages. I don't think that needs to be said anymore. You really, really do. Like, a lot. But, you know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. I think we're going to try and just move our characters out. And this was not the best way of doing it. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to just get the units to spawn just to see if they're exactly the same, because I was not paying attention to any of that, actually.
I will. Okay.
Okay, well, this is gonna be weird.
Sure.
She should be able to tank that fairly well. I'm more worried about the blue tome unit, but I don't think the blue tome unit can actually reach. Arvis can, though, however. Be aware of that. Ah, that's unfortunate, but you get the basic idea. All of the units, life and death, you know, and of course steady breath, stance. So those armored units need to be taken out with some units that have magical damage. Mages, even dragons can do that. It's really how you properly plan it. Positionings are what really matter, and as you can tell, all of my units had repositioned, so it really comes in handy to have those where you need them. Otherwise, you are going to have some severe problems when it comes down to dealing with all of those. Granted, threat and defense might help you out in some ways, but it still doesn't do as much. I find that you could probably bring along a red tome unit to take care of the one on the side with the green. I just kind of used Sonya because Sonya was really good at taking care of the blue tome unit on the right side that was causing me problems at times. Or if you happen to have someone who has, a bit more of an advantage, but still, I'm pretty sure... hell, I'm wondering if Horse Emblem would actually do fairly decently there. It's kind of something I want to see real quick. I'm just going to poke my head in with my Horse Emblem team just to see what kind of fun and shenanigans can be had here, but it's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be massively, massively difficult, considering there were reinforcements, and I always hate doing reinforcements. So let's just go and see. I just wanted to see. Oh,
As you wish.
oh boy. I wonder how much she can do. Yeah, this is not going to work out because I just realized Ursula's not in the right position. I'm not focusing tonight. That was a waste of stamina. Anyways, I just wanted to see. Technically, I'm sure you could probably run Horse Emblem pretty well, but I liked my my whole trying to switch out positioning things and stuff like that. But honestly, not that hard of an Infernal. If you have, you know, units, I'm sure someone can do the 4-star really powerful ones and have their fun with that. But yeah, we have a lot to go over there. I'm gonna try summoning. We'll see what we get. Probably nothing too crazy, but hey, you never know. 3-star? Ah, boy. I'm excited. Anyways, hopefully you guys had more luck with your Arvis, and do tell me how your Infernal went. That was my Infernal. I just tried it out. It was not too difficult. Just, again, repositioning. Draw back, anything. Those really, really help you. And as long as you bring mages, you should be able to take care of the armored units that pop up in the back. They really are the problem there. Outside of that, well, you know, just be ready. A good mage can, you know, really turn the tide of battle. And next video will be about Arvis and how to build him, so hopefully you guys are ready. See you soon. Thanks for watching.